Well, thank you very much. It is a great honor for me to be with you all today in this important academic ceremony of the Global Business School Barcelona. I would like to share with you two reflections. A first reflection on the historical moment we are currently experiencing, an unusual situation that opens the doors to a world different from the one that we have known so far. As we are entering a change of era, the post-pandemic world, and a second reflection on the driving forces of this change of era. You, today's students, tomorrow's leaders. The theme of this ceremony is Be the Change. And without a doubt, you are going to be the key players of this change that we need to address the challenges that our society is coping with. Regarding the first reflection, the historical moment we are going through, we must be aware of the challenges we face as society. The technological revolution, the climate emergency, working for the imperative social cohesion, major challenges which require to give our very best to tackle not only a major economic reconstruction, but also a cultural and intellectual one. In terms of economic reconstruction, Europe, with the Next Generation funds, offers us a golden opportunity to modernize our economy and improve our cities. The projects receiving these funds must meet a series of requirements that are absolutely aligned with the challenges mentioned earlier. This money from Europe will go, for example, to promoting the sustainable urban development, boosting innovation, and working for social inclusion. But to deal with these challenges, money is not enough. Money is a prerequisite, but hardly sufficient. We must also undertake a cultural reconstruction and identify values that shape everything we do. From this point of view, the initiative announced a few months ago by the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, on the creation of a new European Bauhaus is very inspiring. The original Bauhaus was a school of architecture, art, and design that was founded in Germany in 1919 after the traumatic experience of the First World War. It was established with the will to rebuild Europe physically, but also in a certain way, spiritually. After a few years of brilliant production, thanks to the extraordinary minds that gathered there, the Bauhaus was forced to close down by the Nazi Party when it came to power. A century later, Europe is reclaiming the Bauhaus because, in a certain way, it was the trendsetter of the values that are inspiring the United Nations 2030 Agenda, the Green New Deal, and also, to a certain extent, the Next Generation funds. The new European Bauhaus draws from the best humanistic tradition in the way that it puts people at the center of an action plan based on respect on the environment, innovation, social cohesion, and the beauty of our cities and our physical spaces as an essential element for our quality of life. Ursula von der Leyen defined the new Bauhaus as a space for co-creation where architects, engineers, artists, designers, and students, she explicitly mentioned the group that is the protagonist today, will make Europe the leader in circular economy. In short, we live in terms of reconstruction, times in which it's not enough to just overcome the economic crisis caused by the pandemic. We must look to the future and undertake the measured transformations we need to define a new way of organizing our economy and our society. And in this scenario, you have an essential role because this historic moment require new visions, good ideas, and above all, excellent professionals to carry them out. At this point, I begin the second reflection, which is, as I mentioned at the beginning, is focused on all of you. I would like to convey three ideas, hoping they will be useful to you in the course of your professional career. First idea, I want to encourage you to incorporate a humanistic vision into your professional career because the key to successfully undertaking any activity lies in understanding the human behavior. Understanding ourselves and the people around us is an extraordinarily difficult task, but it is undoubtedly the most important learning that we can acquire through our lives because it requires a deep connection with our emotions, our thoughts, and also with the world of culture because it is in literature, art, philosophy, in music, where we find the expressions of our emotions, our fears, or our dreams. Humanity has been trying to explain itself for thousands of years, and fortunately, in every generation, brilliant minds emerge who, through culture, are capable of shedding light on all the questions we ask ourselves as human beings. The economic and business world needs professionals with a humanistic vision because technology, robotics, artificial intelligence will never be able to replace the complexity of a thought that takes into account the human soul. The second idea, I encourage you to dedicate time to shape your values and to your emotional development. I encourage you to work on coherence, humbleness, trust in others, gratitude, empathy. These are values that will not appear on your resume, but that will be essential to lead in this post pandemic stage. It is important to carry out this personal development not only because it gives you leaderships and transformational skills, but also because it offers you freedom. True freedom, which is inner freedom, is achieved by incorporating values into our lives. Our society needs professionals with solid values because we need to set up a new business paradigm that is much more connected to the needs of society. And finally, the third and last idea. I encourage you to strengthen the network you belong to. When you start your professional career, you will see that being a part of a team will improve both your work and you as a person. Because the result that a group of people is able to achieve, as long as this group is diverse, this is very important, will always be better than the result that can be achieved by a single individual, however brilliant they may be. The most successful companies are focusing on incorporating profiles who know how to build communities, how to network, because we will be able to deal with the great challenges that organizations face only if they are capable of generating collective intelligences where everyone gives their very best. Over time, you will realize that by empowering your group, you will be empowering yourselves. These are the three ideas I wanted to share with you. Incorporate a humanistic vision because it will help you to understand the world and therefore to make better decisions. Work on your values and emotional development because it will give you self-determination, and strengthen the network you are part of because it will make you stronger. In conclusion, the humanistic vision, the values, and consideration for others is what will make a real difference in everything you do in your life. Be the change. Start today. Our society needs leadership keen on making a positive impact. Thank you very much for your attention.